Welcome to my last podcast. Let's get into it. Today is the Sunday show. Beautiful Sunday show for you guys. My goodness. Boy, do I have a good show for you guys. You guys always love the Sunday shows. Now that we do them every other week, you guys be missing them. All right. Let's get into it, though. Today's interesting thread that we have for today is, what's the worst thing you've said to your significant other without meaning to? All right. I just told my girlfriend when we have kids, we better have two so they don't turn out like you, yo. We were joking about her not being able to share things because she is an only child. I certainly didn't mean it for my comment to come out as nasty as it did. She probably was just like, you think I'm ugly? You think our kid is going to be ugly? Hey, bro, you got to put yourself in the doghouse with that one. Hey, man, he probably tried to walk that back. No. I mean, oh, no. Okay. No, I'm sure that's what you meant. It's cool. It's fine. You think our child is going to be ugly? Like, no, I didn't say that. Like, bruh, you fucking up. My boyfriend called me by his sister's name while in bed. What do you do with your sister? That would bring up a whole host of questions. Like, bruh, what do you do? What are you doing with your sister? Like, you be beating your mean? You be thinking about your sister, bruh? Like, uh-oh. That must have been an awkward conversation. I was seeing a girl out of my apartment once, and she told me I didn't need to walk her down the drive. We were standing in the kitchen, and I looked to the full rubbish and said, that's okay. I need to take out the trash. I'm super good at being awkward. What? I was seeing a girl out of my apartment once, and she said Oh, okay, all right, okay. So he was like, okay, you gotta leave, and then she was just like, oh, you don't need to walk me, outside. And then we were standing in the kitchen, and he saw the trash and was just like, oh, well, I mean, I gotta take out the trash anyway, so like, okay, all right, okay. I get how that could be awkward though, because she might think like, oh yeah, I'm the trash that you're taking out. But I mean, at the same time, I don't know, that one's just not funny. It's like, dude, because he looked at the trash can and was just like, oh yeah, I gotta take out the trash anyway. Like, she can correlate that. She's not stupid. All right. What's the worst thing you've said to your significant other that you didn't mean to? You're too short for this to work. This about putting our arms around each other while we walked. He proceeded to not touch me for the next hour. Yeah, I wouldn't touch you either. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm too short. Man. That's some bullshit, bro. Some bullshit. Us short kings, we go through too much, man. We go through too much. I mean, you niggas that are like 5'4", you guys are cooked. But, you know what I mean? Us 5'7" guys, I hate it because we're right in the middle. So it's like we're either we're a little, like, not too tall, but we're just a little taller, or we're just a little shorter than most women. And that shit sucks. Like, because we're right in the middle. And it's like, God damn it, man. We're never like, tall. I mean, even if she's like 5 foot, we have to be standing like right up on them in order for us to, be towering. But it's just like, dang, man. She probably don't even look at you as a man, bro. She probably looks at you like her little brother. You know what I mean? Like, damn. She probably just gave your bitch ass a chance. All right. What's the worst thing you've said to your significant other and you didn't mean it? Girlfriend's dad had died 3 weeks prior. She was going home for Christmas break and we were saying goodbye. I wanted to wish her the best, so I said, have fun with the family members you have left. Yo, I still feel bad just thinking about it. Oh, bro. Talk about twisting the knife in the wound, bro. What are you doing? And I get where he was coming from. He was trying to make it into a lighthearted situation and, get a little chuckle or whatever. But my guy, you can't joke like that, man. Damn. That's fucked up. All right. Sometimes when my wife asks if she can use the computer, I muddle, go crazy, and knock yourself out in my mind, and it somehow comes out as kill yourself. What? She's on the computer. What? Okay. Sure. All right. So I consider. What's the worst thing that you said to your significant other that you didn't mean to? So consistently misspeak that my girlfriend actually just ignores what it sounds like I'm saying and understands the meaning. I think my favorite one happened a few weeks ago. We were in American Eagle looking for jeans for her. Can you even wear skinny jeans? I meant that she's a very curvy girl, not that she's fat. Oh, she understood that. Every other woman in the store did not. Oh, bruh. Oh, man. Yeah, you kind of got to word it very delicately because you can get into some trouble. And they was looking at you like, nigga, the fuck? Like, no. She's a little voluptuous in the hips area. Like, I would think skinny jeans would be a little uncomfortable. Shit. Sorry, my bad. Like, damn. At least your girl knew what was going on. Thank God, because if she didn't, then you'd really be in some trouble. Your ass would be sitting outside the store. All right, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other, but you didn't mean it? Yes, you are a little overweight, but nothing good happens after. Yeah, you can't, nah, yeah. You should be able to. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest with you, you should be able to say that your partner's being overweight, man. Hey, it's like, hey, you gaining a couple LBs there. You kind of want to fix that. Like, and you shouldn't take offense to that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm your partner. I'm trying to keep you sexy out in these streets for me. Like, what are we doing? All right. What's the worst thing you said to your significant other, but you didn't mean it? All right, not anything I said. He said it to me. You would not make a hot amputee. Totally out of the blue. His mind tend to wander. So this dude was just like wandering around, just la da 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 da, and he was looking at his girl, and he's like, "You would not make a hot amputee. Like if your arm just got cut off, I'd be like, damn." I cannot get hard for you anymore. Like what? Like what would make a person think about that? They just look at their significant other and they're like, you know what? If you lost an arm or a leg, god damn, you'd be ugly. You'd be fucking ugly if you lost it. But I mean, at the same time, it's like that's kind of most people, think about it. If they lost a tooth or something like that, instantly they'd so go down a few points in attractiveness. You'd kind of be like, I mean, So I could see where the thought was coming from. It's just out of the blue as fuck. All right, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other but didn't mean it? I once dated a girl who had previously been in an abusive relationship. One day the topic of evolution comes up and she flips out and starts talking about how she'll have to rethink the whole relationship because I acknowledged the validity of evolution. I responded by saying, you can't be with someone who believes in evolution, but you'd stay with someone who beats you? That's crazy. I didn't say it quite so cautiously, but I feel terrible about it. Second worst thing I've done in my life. I know, right? Now I'm curious. What's the first? He answers what's the first. Hooked up with a different ex while she was dating a guy. To be fair, this was the guy she cheated on me with. It was stupid, and I'd like to think I'm past that phase. Oh, okay. All right. I guess he was just fucking his ex. All right. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. She stays with a dude who beats on her. She was just like, at least he believes that God created everything. Unlike you, you're a heathen. Yeah, he beat me half to death, but at least he believed that God created everything. Gosh. Like, what is that logic? That is crazy to me. You got you a good man and you guys just disagree on this meaningless ass thing. Let's be honest, it's a meaningless fucking thing. And yet you stayed with a dude who beat on you. That's crazy. Because he believed the same shit as you. That's wild. Absolutely wild. All right. What's the worst thing you said to your significant other but did not mean it? Not my significant other, but I did tell a girl she was Jewish pretty one time. Did not end well. What the fuck is Jewish pretty? Like, yeah, you're pretty hot with that big nose. You know, like, is that what we're going for here? Is you know, like, cause I mean, she went from Jewish pretty to Jewish angry pretty quick. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but I don't know. Again, I have no idea what the fuck Jewish pretty is. You know, and why would she get mad at that? And it's the thing where it's just like, oh yeah, you're pretty for a Jew. You know, like when you say, oh yeah, you're pretty for a black girl. Oh, they be going off like, oh, what? What do you mean by that? It's like, whoa, chill. If I was white, then I'd be pretty or something. Yeah, that's why you just don't say none of that. You just don't say none of that. All right, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other but did not mean it? I was stroking my girlfriend's back when I realized it was actually her boobs. I was stroking. Realizing this, I said, oops, thought that was your back, not your boobs. She cried herself to sleep. Yo. Oh, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. Hey, man, I'm a lover of the itty bitty titties, all right? I love my biddies out there. Yeah, I mean, I'm a biddy connoisseur. I'll put those little biddies in my mouth. Like you can't be dissing the biddies like that, my guy. Come on now, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Come on now. Like, what the heck? What are you doing out here? That's heinous crime. All right, in the itty bitty titty committee. All right, god damn, I'm a high ranking official in that bitch. All right, I love the itty bitty titty committee. This is my girls. All right, hey, god damn. All right, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other and didn't mean it? My ex-girlfriend was a huge animal lover. It seems as though every single one of her animals she would rescue would die one way or another. Some got sick, some got ran over, others just died and we didn't know why. When I wanted a cat, I said, let me pick it up because everything you do just dies. Oh, that's so mean. God, I felt like a real asshole. Totally didn't mean to say it. Bro. That you should have kept that to yourself. You should have just been like, oh no, let me go get it. Don't worry, don't worry, pretty head, I got you. You know, come on, man, lie. Women love that shit. You know what I mean? God damn it, women love to be fucking lied to. They don't like to be told the truth. What the fuck are we talking about here? They love to be lied to. Hey, no, you were just a little too truthful, my guy. You just were a little too truthful. God damn, bro. Just a little too fucking truthful. Like, what are you doing? I'd have just been like, no, I'll go pick up the cat. Don't worry about it. Just relax. Enjoy yourself, you know. Do your thing. I'll be back. And you ain't got to be like, nah, because everything you touch just dies. Like, damn. Way to make her feel like an asshole. Like, dang. All right. What's the worst thing you've said to your significant other and didn't mean it? My wife, while giving me a drunk blowjob, called herself the Pope and referred to me as her little altar boy. Yo, what? It seemed like it should have killed my boner, but oddly it didn't.
What did he say?
Okay. I'm conflicted about who's worse in the story, me or her, nigga. What? You what now? Hey, bro, this man said, yeah, she called me little altar boy and it made my penis kind of harder. Yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck? You're wildin' for that one, man. You are wildin' for that. Okay. All right. That one really wasn't even part of the thread, if I'm being honest with you. That one was just out of pocket. And I was out of pocket, my guy. What the fuck? Okay. All right, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other but didn't mean it? I once let out an exhausted thank you after a sexual escapade. She nearly punched me in the face, and I felt like the worst person when I realized why. She'd told me a year or two prior that she had been raped, and when he finished, he whispered in her ear, "Thank you." Oh, shit. Wow. I mean, talk about trauma trigger. Woo! My God. Yeah, okay. All right, I could see. And my man was too deep in the bliss of the nut he just busted. You know, he totally forgot. He was just such in the deep bliss of the nut he just busted all in her. And he was like, oh shit, my bad. Hey, fuck, I forgot that's your trauma trigger. Hey, shit. Woo! Uh-oh. Alright, what's the worst thing you said to your significant other but did not mean it? You're the wife I need, not the wife I deserve. Fortunately, she hasn't seen Dark Knight. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, that's pretty much you saying, I'm not about to let my wife get in the way of finding, you know, my actual wife. You know what I mean? Like that saying where it's like, oh, you know, don't let your boyfriend get in the way of you finding your husband, or don't let your girlfriend be in the way of finding your wife. And you pretty much just said that, but like a weirder version of it. Like, you know, I love being with you, but I ain't gonna let you be in the way of, you know, me being with somebody who I deserve. Like, yo. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even think you'd have to see Batman in order to, you know, kind of unpack that one, my guy. God damn. All right, what's the worst thing you've said to your significant other and didn't mean to? That she wasn't the fairy tale princess type I've been looking for since I was a kid. Drunk in Vegas, I think it was more like, her, you need to accept me for who I am. Me, I know you've just ruined my fairy tale image of what my wife should be. I just imagined it differently. Her, blank heartbroken look. Me, drunk backtracking. I was just naive. You're better than anything I ever imagined. Her, fuck you. I'm going to forget you ever said that. I want a pretzel. Oh, damn. He was just like, you know, all the Disney princesses, you know, I wanted one of them. You know, because they're skinny and pretty. You're just a little round, you know, and not that pretty. Man, and she was just like, oh. And he's like, wait. It's fine, though. It's fine. I still love you, and you're amazing, though. It's great. It's all fine. It's okay. Like, I don't need those skinny bitches, I promise. She was just like, oh, fuck you, dude. I'm about to go get a pretzel. Like, well, yo, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing all that. That's not cool. Like, man. Yeah. This is why you don't get drunk around your significant other, man. This shit will slip. Ooh, that's how you get put in the doghouse real quick. All right, I'm going to do two more. Okay, what's the worst thing you've said to your significant other and did not mean it? I called my wife a beached whale due to the motions, I guess, she was making on the bed. Like a beached whale trying to get back in the water. As soon as it left my mouth, I knew I was fucked. I had to spend 30 minutes trying to explain it was due to the motions she was making. I want to say I don't think he means motions. I think he means moans. And I think that's what he means. But he wrote motions. Moans she was making, not because I thought she was big. She isn't. She was pissed at me for a good week. Yeah. Come on, man. You know, I would have called her at least a walrus. You know, at least walruses, they're not that big. And they still, you know what I mean? They still do all that. So it's like, it wouldn't be that bad. Oh, is that, or, you know, you say you sound like a beached whale. You know what I mean? Not that you are a beach whale. You know, it's the grammar you use, man. You know, you gotta use the correct grammar. That way she doesn't, completely think you're an asshole. Oh, shit. I'm just saying, man. All right, this will be our last one. What's the worst thing you said to your significant other but didn't mean it? Commercial for some baby-related items comes on. Women in the commercial says to the camera, I never would have guessed the love of my life would be short, chubby, and bald while cradling her baby in her arms. I turned slowly to look at my slightly shorter than me, pudgy, bald significant other, and a smile slowly spread across my face. I didn't say a word. He didn't speak to me for about 3 hours, then finally admitted it was pretty funny. I mean, come on, man. Like, if the shoe fits, my guy, you know what I mean? You can't be mad if the shoe fits. You know? Like, she fell in love with a short, fat, pudgy guy. It's just, it is the way it is, man. If the shoe fits, you got to kind of take the L on that one. Yeah, I bet that man got in the gym the next day. Because my thing is, bro, you can't be bald and fat, bro. That's asking for disaster, man. You can't be bald and fat, my guy. That's just, that's too much. And if you're bald and fat out there, man, goddamn, you need to get in the gym, bro. Because you can't really do much about the balding, but you can do something about the fat. And I mean, like, bro, you can't be fat and bald. That's rough, bro. That's rough. You gotta pick a struggle. You know what I mean? Pick a struggle. Either you can't grow hair or you overweight, man. You can't have both. And those that have both, god damn, man, you taking the L like crazy. But that's gonna go ahead and be that thread, man, for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that thread. If you guys have something that you've said to your significant other that you didn't mean, please put it down in the comments. Love to read it. Love to check it out and laugh with you guys. And I love when you guys get involved in the threads in the comments and all that good stuff. Before we get into today's scenarios, we're going to shoot through the announcements for today's show, and then we'll get on to you guys' scenarios for today's Sunday episode. Patreon.com/MyMassWillPodcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these people that we're about to go over did for today. If you're an audio listener, keep downloading the podcast as well as rating it 5 stars on your preferred listening platform. It does help out a lot, and it gets new people in here, and it helps get that little recommendation out there. You know what I mean? And guess what? It's for free. Absolutely for free. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as the HooTubes. Helps out a lot. All right. All the links for all that stuff are down in the description. And as well as Haunting Adeline, book 1 and 2, as well as Court of Thorns and Roses, and the free Patreon episodes as well. We're going to be doing our free December Patreon episode next week. Yeah, or technically this week, because most of you guys listen to the Sunday episode on Monday, so it'll be this Friday for you guys. So you guys will be getting 3 episodes next week. So you guys will be getting Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So look forward to that. All right, let's get into our scenarios we got going on today, though. Am I the asshole for thinking men should be able to be gynecologists while my girlfriend doesn't agree? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, we've done that one already. My bad. That was a previous show. Am I the asshole for slapping daughter's teacher after he tried to humiliate her? Oh, shit. Okay. I, 42 female, have a daughter, 16, in high school, and she is very disciplined about her school and studies. I never had any complaints from the school about her behavior or otherwise. I was a little surprised when I got a call from school as her teacher wanted to see me. Firstly, it didn't seem official, but I still hurried there. I saw my daughter was in the staff room standing, and a teacher who had called was sitting at his desk. There were 7 to 8 other teachers sitting in the room. I went to him and talked to him. At first, he tried to lecture me about morals and whatnot, and then pulled out a pack of condoms that I had bought for her just in case. From his desk, and dropped it on it. Yeah. He said, your shameless daughter brought these to school and she should be made an example of. This happened in front of all the other teachers and I lost my cool and I slapped him. I told the teacher he deserved it and walked out with my daughter. Do I have any defense when I have to face the consequences of this, or will I deserve it? I mean, you shouldn't have slapped him. I think you did go a little too far in slapping the guy. I understand you want to give your daughter condoms because you understand like she's at that age and, boys are going to be trying to, douse the fire within her with their seed. I understand. I do. But at the same time, you shouldn't have put hands on the man. I think that's where, he could take legal action on you and so on and so forth, because that is assault, whether you like it or not. That is assault. And, it's like, hey, that's just, a little too much. Like I said, I don't think you should have slapped the dude. But at the fact that he tried to like humiliate your daughter like that, I think it's really fucked up. You know what I mean? And you could have just kept your cool and maybe taken it up with like the principal, or you could have taken it up with, maybe like school board or something like that, whatever the case may be. Because obviously those are her private belongings. I mean, it's like as if he, pulled tampons out of her fucking bag, you know what I mean? And tried to be like, oh, look who's on their period or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you can't really do that. Like as a teacher, you shouldn't be allowed to go through your students' things like that. You know what I mean? Especially personal items like that. I just really don't think that is appropriate for a teacher to even be doing. They should see that kind of stuff and then just address it with the parent. Like, hey, I happen to see condoms in your daughter's bag, and I just want to inform you because I don't know if you know or not or whatnot. I'm just letting you know. And then the mom can be like, oh no, I gave those to her. You know what I mean? Like that is how he should have handled it. And then, the way you should have handled it is kind of gone above him. You know what I mean? Because again, that's just, that's not the right way to go about things, if I'm being honest with you. So I think you're the asshole personally, because again, you shouldn't have done that. That's a little too much. And hopefully homeboy does not, be like, oh, I want to press charges against you, or I want to, I guess, just press charges, because it is assault. It's like, dude, you can't just hit a dude, because you feel like it, or you were angry, or whatever the case may be. You can't do that. So let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. And, you're annoying. All right. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. Hold on. Okay. All right. Am I wrong? Is my boyfriend being overly controlling and insecure, or am I being insensitive? Okay, let's see. Me, 35 female, my boyfriend, 38 male, is usually very emotionally and financially supportive. I'm not as sensitive as him, and we often joke that he's like the girl and I'm the guy in the relationship. Okay. He's been cheated on in the past, which makes him insecure, which he is self-aware of. How would him being cheated on make him insecure? That was probably the most stupidest fucking sentence I've ever read. How is me getting cheated on make me insecure? Bitch, what? Okay, alright, man. Whatever. He's great in many ways. He's definitely more empathetic than I am, in that he will try to understand my perspective when I'm upset about things. When I'm down about things, he seems to always know what to say to cheer me up. When things are good, he's great and supportive guy. However, I do feel when I bring something up, he will end up counteracting it with something, and he ends up getting more upset than I do, and I end up having to be the one apologizing. Lately, it also has become quite difficult to manage his insecurities, and it has become borderline controlling in my perspective. Well, what are these insecurities? Like, I'd love for you to name them off, because I really, all right, I don't know. I don't understand where these insecurities are coming from, why she thinks he's so insecure. It makes no sense. he always wants me to check in regularly when I'm with my friends. So I do and try to send him a quick text at least once an hour. However, whenever there is a change in plans, he'll think it's strange and that I'm being dodgy, even if I do tell him about the change. Okay. The texting or checking in every hour, I could see that. I could see that one, but I mean, the whole plans changing and stuff like that. I get it though, because he's been cheated on before. You know what I mean? And when you've been cheated on before, you're completely blindsided. Like, you completely put trust in the person. But I'm also the type of person that I don't really put the standards of one person onto another. So the way, my ex acted, I'm not going to expect you to act that way. And if I start to see things, lining up, I will wait until it happens. And, if you cheat, then you cheat. It's like, hey, it is what it is. Piece of chicken grease. I'm not going to stay in this relationship, just because it's not worth, quarterbacking your partner the whole time. You know what I mean? And micromanaging them. And so it's too much at that point. It's like, why do all that? Why be behind your partner like that? If they're going to cheat, they're going to fucking cheat. You know what I mean? There's no amount of texting. There's no amount of checking in. There's no amount of like, oh, don't worry, I got it. Like, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, your partner could literally just get done having sex with somebody else, and then they text you, oh, hey, we're just leaving Starbucks. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you can't really ever stop somebody from doing something. So it's like, you might as well just let them do it. And then when you find out, deuces, it's just, that's why I never understand people who sit there and they're like, oh, text me every hour. Oh, let me know where you're at. This isn't that. Nah, bitch, if you're going to go cheat, you fucking go do it, but you ain't coming back here. You're single after that, So, I don't know. All right, for example, I was meeting up with a friend for coffee in the afternoon, but since we were chatting until the evening, we decided to grab a dinner as well, since we were both free. My boyfriend was also busy that night, so I didn't invite him to join, even though my friend's husband also joined us for the dinner. Side note, I know both the wife and husband separately as friends. I sent my boyfriend a message that I was going to grab dinner with my friend, and I didn't think much more of it. Fast forward a week later, he's been making a lot of jokes about whether I am cheating whenever I make plans with friends. I told him I find that offensive and disrespectful, and I have done nothing wrong. I have never cheated in this relationship or any relationship in the past. I've always been honest with him, and he has full access to my phone. That's when he told me my afternoon turning into dinner with both the wife and the husband seemed like shady behavior to him. And he makes these comments because I'm making him feel insecure. In his defense, I got defensive when he said that and said I was meeting with a friend. We wanted to chat a bit more and both didn't have other plans, so decided to get dinner as well. Plans sometimes change organically and not every part of every day is always planned. He says he just wants reassurance, and if I had just said, oh, I'm sorry, and see you're insecure, how can I make it better, then things would be fine. I can see his point of view, but tiptoeing around his insecurities and sensitivity is getting exhausting. Or am I being too insensitive and unempathetic? Yeah, like I said, it just goes back to the whole quarterbacking your partner. You know what I mean? It's like, if you feel the need to have to do all that, dude, obviously the relationship, it ain't gonna work. It's not. Like, I give this relationship probably another couple months, and then she's gone. And she's gone. And it's like, you did all of that for nothing. You did all that quarterbacking for nothing. I get it. why he's doing it, because he looks at it like, oh, my ex-girlfriend did this and blah, 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 blah. But again, dude, it's like, if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna fucking cheat. Man, you know what I mean? You can't stop somebody from cheating. You can't stop somebody from making that kind of decision. It doesn't matter how great of a partner you are. It doesn't matter, if you have their location or do this or do that. You can put an air tag in their fucking pocket. They're still gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're cheaters gonna cheat regardless, man. And again, you quarterbacking and doing all this shit, it's a waste of your time, my guy. And if she does it and you find out, then it's like, cool, deuces, I'm up out of this camp. But I get it. He's one of those dudes that, he's a bit of a bitch and he ain't really that much of a man and he can't really put his foot down with her. So he whines and cries and makes her feel bad for him and shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And she even kind of said that without saying it. Like, let's be honest here, because she said, oh, it feels like he's the girl and I'm the guy. Like, bro, you said it without saying it. You even think he's a bitch. Like, let's be real here. You know what I mean? And if you disagree that he's the bitch, it's like, well, sorry, you're wrong, because even his girlfriend thinks he's a bitch. Like, let's be real here. And that's why I say this relationship's got a couple more months, and then she's going to be sick of this quarterbacking and all this crap. Because she's going to want a man. You know what I mean? She's going to want a real fucking man that's, going to put his fucking foot down. And if this upsets him, he's gonna be like, no, you can't fucking go. And if you go, then bye, you're single. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it just is what it is. Like, there ain't no insecurity in that. Like, this is my boundary, and if you want to break my fucking boundary, then you can go be fucking single. But this guy, he sits there, oh no, it's okay, you can go, even though it bothers the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, if you have a boundary, you need to enforce that boundary, and you need to put your fucking foot down and let her know that if you want to cross this boundary, then you can be fucking single. But no, that's not what he wants to do. He wants to sit there, oh, yeah, it's okay, hey, oh, don't worry about it. And then he wants to be like, oh, but text me all the time, because oh my god, I don't know if you're cheating or sucking another penis. Like, bro, like, let her do what she gonna do, because if she decides to cheat on you, cool, bye, Felicia. But I guarantee you, even if she does cheat on him, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to whine and he's going to cry and he's like, oh, why did you do that to me? How dare you do that to me? Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even know how you're with this dude, if I'm being real with you. But hey, to each his own. But I think that that it doesn't even matter. The question of, is she wrong about her boyfriend's insecurities, whatever. This relationship ain't gonna last anyway. You're gonna dump this nigga in like a month or two anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Like, let's be real here. You're gonna dump this guy in like a couple months. Well, you're not going to stick with this guy. You're not going to be with him, because he's always going to be this insecure little bitch, and you're always going to see him as the woman of the relationship. You know what I mean? You're never going to be able to respect him as a man. Like, get the fuck out of here. This relationship is a sham. You kind of got into it, because he was a nice guy, and he was probably a change of pace and stuff like that. But you know that you can't long term do this with him, because he ain't going to change, and he's always going to whine and cry over every little fucking thing. So, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. On to our next, though. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I won't pay his debt anymore? Damn. All right, I, 33 female, have been married to my husband, 36 male, for 6 years. When we got married, I knew he had some financial issues, mostly credit card debt and a few personal loans. Despite my concerns, we agreed we'd tackle his debt together as a team. The plan was simple: stick to a strict budget, avoid unnecessary expenses, and gradually pay everything off. At first, it seemed like a challenge we could overcome together, and I was happy to support him. For the first few years, I handled most of the finances while he adjusted to the budgeting process. However, things sort of felt off about a year ago. I noticed he was buying items we hadn't discussed: expensive gadgets, night out with friends, and even some surprise gifts for me. While I appreciated the gestures, I couldn't ignore that these expenses were setting us back. When I brought it up, he brushed it off, saying he needed small joys to get through the stress of debt repayment. It got worse a few months ago when I discovered he had opened a new credit card without telling me. This was a huge betrayal of our agreement. When I confronted him, he admitted it, but tried to justify it by saying he didn't want to burden me with more stress. I was furious. We had spent years sacrificing to pay off his old debts, and now he was starting the cycle all over again. After several heated arguments and broken promises, I finally told him I was done. I said I wouldn't pay another cent toward his debts unless he showed a real commitment to changing his habits. He accused me of abandoning him and going on my word. Well, you did it first, if I'm being honest with you. Saying that marriage is about supporting each other through everything. While I agree, I also feel like he's taking advantage of my support. Facts. Now he's sulking and telling me I've made him feel alone in his struggles. I've been questioning whether I'm being too harsh, but I also can't keep enabling this behavior. So my asshole for refusing to help him pay his debts anymore. No, you're not the asshole at all. And he's a fucking bitch and needs to become a man and fucking take care of his own debts, if I'm being honest with you. And if anything, he should be helping you with your debts. He should be the fucking man. You know what I mean? Like, where are you guys getting these Cracker Barrel bitch niggas? God damn, bro. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Being a man and taking care of, your finances and being financially literate and taking control of the household and stuff like that, it's just not a thing for men anymore. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? What are you doing? You have the worst habits possible, and that's the thing about, like, when somebody gets help with something is they lean on it far too much. And when they lean on it far too much, they think like, oh, cool, I don't have to pay attention to it as much. Oh, cool, I don't have to worry about it as much. She'll take care of it. Oh, she'll put a little more towards it so I can go out and do this, or I can buy this, or I can do that. And then you open another credit card and it's like, dude, you're sitting here talking about, we agreed that we would take care of my debt together. It's like, yeah, nigga, and we agreed we were going to stick to a budget and you weren't going to open more credit cards. But what did you do? You opened more credit cards and you're fucking being an idiot and you're putting us further in debt. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, that's just the stupidest thing ever. I like to watch a lot of those little finance shows where they call in or they have guests or whatever and they go over their debts and stuff. I don't know how you motherfuckers be in so much credit card debt. It's crazy to me. Like, student loans and car notes and mortgages and stuff like that. Understandable debts, because those are just kind of the unavoidable debts of life. You know what I mean? You got to have a car, and everyone wants to have a home and like that, and you go to school to get a good career, and so I understand those kinds of debts. But when you guys be having thousands on thousands of dollars of credit card debt, it's like, how like, what the fuck, man? There's no way. There's no way I would let myself get in that kind of credit card debt. There's just no way, dude. I could not do it. The credit card debt, to me, is like the worst fear in the entire world. I be paying my shit off instantly because I'm like, no. That kind of stress on top of everything else that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, no. I could not do that, man. I could not do that. It is ridiculous, the amount of people that are in just massive amounts of credit card debts over the stupidest shit. You're like, dude, what? Why would you put that on a credit card? Why would you do it? Like, have you never heard of the concept of saving money? Like, bruh, it's just, I don't know. I have no idea. It just makes no sense to me. But in this situation, I look at it like, she is not the asshole because you broke the agreement that you guys agreed to. You guys agreed to stick to the strict budget. You guys agreed to only buy the necessities and not frivolous things, and wait until you guys pay off your debt, and then you guys are able to, do those kind of frivolous things and stuff like that. But you broke the agreement, so she was just like, fuck it. You broke our agreement, so why am I going to uphold my end? That's not cool, and that's not fair to me. So 100%, girl, I understand it. I'm with you on that. Fuck that, because no, you don't need to be taking care of that child's debt. You let him be a fucking man and do it himself, because he needs to have his feet put to the fire and he needs to deal with this shit himself. And if he doesn't want to deal with it, oh well, man, you let that nigga crash and burn. You let him crash and burn, because it's like, yeah, I was there to help you out, but you didn't want to stick to what we agreed to, so that's fine. I'm not going to stick to what we agreed to then. That's cool. If you're doing that, I'll do that too. I'm not no asshole. I'm not abandoning you. You abandoned me first, because you sat me on your little island of debt, and you thought that you could just leave me there and I would take care of it. Nah, man. Nah. That's crazy, brother. It's crazy. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend after snooping through her phone? Well, what did you find? All right. I'm a 21 male, lean build, and I've always had kind of a childlike voice, to the point where people sometimes mistake me for my sister. Just to paint the picture, okay? I was in a relationship with this girl, 23 female, for 6 months. Things were good, solid. Even I was living in the city in school and renting a place, but she suggested I move in with her since her dad owned the house. I agreed, and it worked out fine. Now, since I moved in, I decided to help out around the house, cooking breakfast, dinner, dishes, the usual. She didn't ask me to. I just didn't want to feel like a freeloader. Here's where things get messy. We had this mutual agreement about our phones. No passwords, free to each other's use, if needed, and as long as we asked first. One day she was showering and I needed to make a call, so I asked to use her phone. No hesitation, she said sure. When I opened her phone, it was a Quora Quora, specifically a thread about how to feminize my boyfriend. What? Why the fuck would you want to feminize your boyfriend? What kind of shit is that? Okay, all right. There's some words I wanted to use that I cannot use, but okay. Now, let me clarify. If it had been some weird kink porn or whatever, I probably wouldn't have cared. But this, I got curious. I scrolled through the comments and even saw her commenting on some of them. I was now aware of her Quora profile pic and name. The threads and comments she had ranged from casual stuff, behavioral reinforcement, behavioral feminization, to extremes such as hormone and chastity cage. Example, one of the posts was something along the lines of using hormones might cause his nipples to become more sensitive, use them in future and he won't be able to look back. Her comment, won't that cause suspicion and isn't it irreversible? Others were using chastity cage might make your boyfriend more attentive to you and would help in overall feminization. Do women actually do this shit? What the fuck? Her comment, has anyone tried this? At this point, I refreshed her phone, closed everything, and pretended I didn't see it. But it was bugging me. Bro, this is the thing that fucking annoys the crap about a lot of relationships, is when they see something and it's alarming, they don't just go up to their partner and ask what the fuck it's about. That, I would have been like, hey, what the fuck is this? Feminization of your boyfriend? What the fuck is this bullshit? Like, you know what I mean? Confront her. What the fuck are you doing? Like, anytime I'm in a relationship and I find some shit out that I don't like or that I'm not comfortable with or whatever, I'm going to confront you right then and there. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to hold on to it. I'm not going to sit there and like, oh, maybe it'll go away. No, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You are not about to feminize me. Like, bitch, you are crazy. Like, what the fuck are you thinking you're doing? In the hopes that they'll be more attentive to you and have sensitive nipples? Like, what the fuck? No. Like, that is just ridiculous. All right. Here's the thing. If she had brought this up to me directly, like, hey, I'm into this, what do you think? I had been open to discussing it, but finding out this way, it just felt wrong. That same day, I casually said something like, you'd look good with long hair. That was kind of the final straw for me. She said something like, you'd look good with long hair. Okay. that was kind of the final straw for me. I decided to break up and move out pretty quickly. Why? Two main reasons. I broke the trust in the relationship by snooping on her phone. No, you didn't. You asked her. That's dumb. That's on me. I asked her for her phone. Or I asked her phone. Wait, I asked her phone for a call, not for searching. Okay. He asked for her phone for a call, not for searching for what she searches. But you guys said that you had an open thing where you had no passwords and you're able to look through each other's phones. So no, this is irrelevant, dude. Like, what do you mean? That's irrelevant because you just said, oh, we have no passwords and we are open to look through each other's phones as long as we ask. You asked to use her phone. So obviously, yeah, if I'm looking through your phone or I'm on your phone, duh, I'm going to see some shit. Like, bruh. And then you be honest. Like, I was going to make a phone call. I literally just opened your phone and it was on there. It's not like I went looking for it. It was there. I unlocked your phone and boom, it was there. Like, bro, you didn't snoop. You didn't look through it. You didn't go behind her back. You asked her for her phone. You guys have this policy of as long as we ask, we can go through each other's phones. Like, bro, no, and no. All right. And then two, if the feminization thing is something she's genuinely into, I'm not the guy for it. I'm fine with someone liking what they like, but being manipulated or pushed into it, nope. Yeah, facts. Because if you're actually a man of means and you're a man who wants to be a fucking man and not, a little bitch boy to whoever you're dating, like, no. That's crazy. And then I guarantee you it's going to be a thing where you become this feminized man, and then all of a sudden she's not going to look at you as attractive anymore. Why? Because she got with you because you're a fucking man. You know what I mean? You're a man. Like, that's why she got with you. She didn't get with you because you's a bitch. Like, come on, man. Now I know why you gave the description of your looks in the beginning. I didn't understand that. I was like, why do we need to know you're a lean-built dude and all this kind of stuff? You know what I mean? I didn't understand that at first, but now I understand it. And it's like, no, I go to the gym. I work out hard. I'm a fucking man. I handle my shit. I take care of the relationship. Like, no. We ain't doing this crap. And I guarantee you, if she feminized him, all she would be doing is turning him into what she's unattracted to. You know what I mean? Because the only reason why she wants to do that is so he's more attentive and he listens more and he does this and that. But they don't understand that also is going to come with, some gay attributes. And homeboy is not even going to really want to have sex with you anymore like that. He's not going to really, see you as like a woman, as a man sees a woman. He's not, because you're going to be so feminizing him. He's practically just going to start to look at you as like, oh yeah, that's just like my friend. Like, come on, bro. You're just like, you're fucking up the boyfriend girlfriend dynamic at that point, just because now you're pushing gay attributes, I guess, on him and stuff. But it's okay. All right. It's been 4 days since I left and I haven't confronted her about it. Part of me feels like I overreacted. Should I have talked to her first? But then again, I don't want to risk my confidence taking a hit if she confirms that this is really what she wanted. So am I the asshole for not confronting her and directly breaking up instead? Look, I would have just, the moment you saw it, I would have told her, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? And you know what I mean? And then I would have told her what it is. Like, no, you're not about to turn me into this fucking feminized dude. Like, I'm not that. Sorry. You know what I mean? If this is the type of guy that you want, cool. I'm not the guy for you then. You need to... And that's where you were being a bitch, if I'm being honest with you, man. That's where you kind of being a bitch and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna, and then what happened? You let it go, and then she kept doing this bullshit. And that's why when she was like, oh, you look better with long hair, that's why it snapped for you. Instead of you just confronting it right then and there and being like, oh, no. Like, come on, man. It just... see, and this is why people value communication in relationships so much, because everybody seems like they fucking suck at it. It's like, why is it so hard to communicate with people? Like, bro, and I get it. They look at it like, oh, I don't want to lose my partner, and oh, I don't want them to break up with me, and this and that. No, I'd rather break up with somebody and keep my fucking dignity than being with somebody and we have all these underlying issues and problems that we don't talk about. You know, like my last relationship lasted so long because we were like that. Anytime I found something, I went straight to her and I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and we talked about it right then and there. And then, you know, with me doing that, she would do that back. And when she would see something, hey, what the fuck is this? Da, da, da. Like, that in itself is having good communication. If I lose her, oh well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm not about to sit here and, you know, tarnish my dignity over, you know what I mean, sitting around and hiding behind shit. No. I'm gonna come up to you and be like, hey, what the fuck is this? Why is this here? What is this about? Yeah, like, come on, man. But everybody just sucks at fucking communication. You guys are all trash at communication. That's why a lot of these stories happen, and that's why they're here. You know what I mean? God damn. Keeping podcasters employed with your shitty ass communication. Because even the last story was the same thing with homegirl with the debt. It was the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you should have been told his bitch ass when you started noticing all of this stuff. You should have been communicated with him. Like, what the fuck are you doing? We agreed to this, blah, blah, blah. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But that's going to go ahead and be today's episode, man. Hope you guys enjoyed today's just crazy ass episode. Golly, man. Work on your communication out there. Talk to your fucking partner. God damn. And if you ain't got a partner, man, you know, I'm with you. I'm there with you, brother. You know what I mean? But it's hard out there nowadays. You know what I mean? To like be able to be straight up with your partner. I understand that. But I think people gotta, if you want the communication that you're asking for, you gotta be willing to get through that type of shit, you know? And if you can't have that kind of level of communication with your partner, then that person ain't for you. They don't love you. Why? Because they don't respect you communicating. Is what it is, you know? Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and end today's episode. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. I will see you on Tuesday for another crazy and wacky episode. I love you all and peace.